Okay, let's start. So, hello, hi, namaskar. I am Prashil Badvaik. I am a chemical engineering graduate from VNIT and today I'll teach CRE to the students connected here. I'll quickly recap what we studied in yesterday's class. So, in yesterday's class, we studied design of reactors for parallel reaction, right? That we were having two topics. First was selectivity and second was yield, right? So, in case of selectivity, हमें पता था it was on the basis of qualitative analysis, right? तो वहाँ पे पूछा जाएगा in order to increase your yield or in order to increase your yield of a particular product, temperature should be high or temperature should be low, which kind of arrangement you will use and what kind of concentration profile you should have. Okay, so that was about qualitative. But in case of quantitative, that is called as yield, we are asked to find out what is your concentration at a particular time, or in order to have high yield of a particular product, what should be your condition, and they were directly asking about what is that value, right? So it was quantitative and we need to find out area under the curve. तो जहाँ पे मैंने बोला था इन ऑर्डर टू हैव मैक्सिमम यील्ड, जैसे हमने पढ़ा था कि दिस इज इन केस ऑफ 1 by minus RA versus XA, that is your Levens scale graph. What we were, what was there, this is area under the curve and this should be minimum, right? This should be minimum because this product is equals to your P divided by FA naught is equal to area under the curve, and that is equals to your what, integration XA divided by minus RA, right? So this is about volume of reactor and that's why we are on the way to calculate minimum area, right? Minimum area. But in case of yield, what is there? It is yield versus your conversion, right? And what you want, yield to be high, right? Yield to be high. So if you are getting such kind of curve in case of yield, so in order to have high concentration of your product, you want area under the curve to be maximum, right? I told you how to calculate this area and how to plot this graph yesterday's class. Okay, so this should be maximum in order to have high yield of your desired product, right? So in today's class we'll start with steady state non-isothermal reactor design. Before that, I'll uh, I'll talk about your series reaction, जहाँ पे हमने पढ़ा था कि सीरीज में क्या होता था. What was your favorable condition? Series reaction, A gives B and it is giving you C, right? यहाँ पे B is our desired product, B is our desired product, and इसके लिए I told you कि mixing, right? Suppose you have TFR or any other equipment. Yesterday's class we proved कि mixing is not good for your series reaction, right? अगर series reaction है उसमें mixing कर रहे हैं, so your desired concentration, desired compound का जो concentration है that will decrease, and that's why you don't prefer to have remixing, right? You don't prefer to have remixing, right? So I told you different arrangement जहाँ से हमें turbulent flow होना चाहिए, laminar flow होना चाहिए, which is preferred, that we studied. Okay, so ये था previous class का. Now we'll start with our steady state non-isothermal reactor design, that is your temperature effect. Temperature effect, you write temperature effect. It is also called as your steady state non-isothermal, right? Non-isothermal reactor design. Okay, this is your non-isothermal. Okay, till date what we studied, it was all about isothermal, right? Because we had two conditions for rate. Minus R is function of your composition, and second is your temperature. So what we studied till date, we were varying composition and we are keeping temperature constant in order to see effect of composition on your rate of reaction. अभी अपन temperature change करने वाले. Okay, we are changing the temperature. So it's about, I'll say, previous. ठीक है. So temperature impact में क्या होगा? Anyone has any idea? Or at least you guess what will I do here? You have a reaction that is A giving you product in K. Okay, so हम क्या लिखते थे? That is minus RA is equals to K into C, right? नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या होती थी हमारी? Second,
is equals to minus dCA by dt.
right, is equals to your minus dCA by dt. We are doing this, or we are replacing CA as K into CA naught 1 minus XA, right? This was there. But अभी क्या करेंगे हम? इस K को we will use Arrhenius equation, right? We studied already. Minus RA is equals to your what? K is equal to K naught e to the power minus E divided by RT, then CA naught 1 minus XA. This is your equation now. Okay. So using this equation, you can also write where minus R is function of what? Temperature. Second is your composition. So how will I plot the graph between 1 by minus RA, or I'll say minus RA versus XA, or with respect to temperature is also there. So we have three, what? This is on y-axis, this is on x-axis, this is on z-axis. So what kind of graph we will be having, or what kind of representation we will be having? That is your
3D.
Right. So here it is your rate or your conversion with respect to what? Your temperature here, or I'll say it is first you write okay. This is your 1 by minus RA 11th kilogram. Here you can write temperature, or here it is conversion, or you can alternately change it. Okay, so this kind of 3D curve will be having, where you can see what is your variation with respect to your variables. Okay, so I'll draw it first. Right, this kind of curve. So if I am drawing, these are the axes. This, so यहाँ पे तुम्हें कर्व दिख जाएगा how your 1 by minus RA is varying with respect to XA and temperature. Is there any other way that I can convert this 3-dimensional graph into 2-dimensional one? 3D graph into your 2D one? Any other way? Any guess?
By keeping one of the thing constant.
Right. So as he rightly pointed out, by keeping one of the that variable as a parameter, right? That is called as concept of contour. Okay, is right, concept of contour. That is conversion of 3D into 2D by keeping one as a parameter, by keeping one variable as your parameter. Okay, कैसे करेंगे अब हम? We will be having, this is 1 by minus RA versus, you know what is your having XA. So इसका ग्राफ कैसे था? It is like this. So this is at suppose T1, So T2 का ग्राफ कहाँ पे होगा? Will it be above or below? Any guess? With respect to temperature, whether reaction rate will increase or decrease, it depends. Okay, maybe it is exothermic or endothermic. So your curve will be this, your curve will be this. So you'll have T0 curve, T1 and T2. So for different temperatures, you will be having different curves. Okay, so this is basically conversion of your 3D into 2D. So this we are using here. Okay, so we will be having this Levin scale plot at different temperature. Now for irreversible reaction, what was your formula? That is A is giving you product, and here you will having order of reaction, right? So please write what is your rate of disappearance of A, that is K into Ca is equals to, we wrote earlier, P naught e to the power E upon RT, then your Ca naught 1 minus of Xa, right? Please find out the value of Xa from this equation. What will be your conversion? Xa, and tell me what is your variation, like how temperature and conversion is varying at constant value of your rate for minus Ra to be constant, कन्वर्शन एंड टेम्परेचर का वेरिएशन तुम्हें बताना है. ओके प्लीज. ऋतुजा.
1 minus Ra upon K naught minus K naught into C naught into e raised to power E by RT.
Okay. C naught will be there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now suppose I am saying your rate is constant, and for a constant rate, how your conversion is varying with respect to temperature? Is it increasing or decreasing?
Increasing.
Right. So here, as your temperature will increase, okay, temperature increase hoga, so your E power negative will decrease, right? So overall your E value, that term is increasing, so this denominator will increase, this numerator will decrease, and that's why your Xa will increase, right? Xa will increase for a particular value of your rate. Okay, this is your Xa versus your temperature curve. What is your maximum conversion possible? That is your 1. Right? So you will get this kind of curve for a minus Ra value, for a single value of minus Ra, right? So right here minus Ra 1. For different value of minus Ra, we will be having different curves, right? This kind of curve you will get. So you can write here minus RA2, this is for minus RA3, and this is for minus RA4, any value, right? यहाँ तक आ गए थे हम. Is it clear? Please raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now I'll tell you. For the timing, you please assume this is your operating line. Operating line. I'll tell you how I will get that equation for operating line. Okay. So this is basically operating line is a relation between, right? Operating line is a relation between your conversion and temperature, right? Your relation between conversion and temperature. This we'll find when we'll derive it for PFR, MFR, all that. Okay. For timing, you please remember it. So this is your operating line wala equation. From this equation, you will be having XA, different conversion at different temperature, different minus RA will get, and then 1 by minus RA. These values. Can we get this from the above curve? Kaushik, how can you get? This is your operating line. कैसे मिलेगा? Anyone?
From the experimental values of coordinates.
Yes. So see here, you are having this value here, this value here, this value here. From this operating line, you will be having a standard curve and you will be having your operating line. So operating line से क्या मिला तुम्हें? At this particular temperature, what is your value of your minus RA and what is your value of minus RA and what is your value of XA, right? XA1, this is your T1 and what is your this minus RA1, right here. So you will get this data for temperature conversion, you will get this. Abhi, what was your design equation? Please tell me for PFR and MFR. And will I get volume under non-isothermal condition here? Or how can I get volume? Kaushik?
Sir, I did not understand.
Okay. See.
Means how are we getting these values?
Which values?
Means from operating line, how are we getting these values? That's all.
See, you will be having one equation. Suppose I am writing this equation. See, you will be having temperature is equal to some 350 plus some 25 into x. I'll take one question from this only. Okay. So यहाँ पे you are having this curve. यहाँ से तुम्हें operating line का, this is an equation for operating line, right? So इससे तुम operating line मिल सकती है. Okay, and I'll tell you how I am getting operating line का equation. We'll derive it for CSTR, MFR and batch reactor also. Okay, so from your reaction data from your reactor data, you can calculate your operating line का equation. Okay, and once you will get operating line equation using the standard curve, you plot it here and get the values of temperature, conversion and your minus RA value. Right, are you getting now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is just an example. This kind of equation we will get, like so y is equal to mx plus c type. Okay, and if you plot this equation And if you compare it with standard value, standard C, I'll write here, this is your standard one, Xa is equals to 1. Some standard curve will be given for your reaction, such kind of, okay, this is called a standard curve. This is between your temperature and conversion. Okay, then you will get one operating line for the same, using your energy balance over your reactor. You will get one equation, same Xa versus your temperature. I am just shifting this here. Now for different temperature, different rates, you can get data, right? अभी मिलेगा तुम्हें डेटा, ये टेम्परेचर, कन्वर्शन एंड योर 1 by minus RA.
Yes, sir.
ओके, अभी जब तुम्हें डेटा मिल गया है तो यू नो व्हाट इज योर डिजाइन इक्वेशन फॉर पीएफआर. पीएफआर के लिए दैट इज योर
V by Fa naught is equals to integral Xa naught to Xa dxa by minus Ra.
राइट, माइनस आर ए. तो अभी हमने जो डेटा लिया था वहाँ पे यू हैव एक्स ए, यू हैव 1 by minus आर ए, राइट. You have Xa, you have 1 by minus Ra. So you can plot this. You are having 1 by minus Ra and here it is Xa, and you will get some curve like this. So for PFR it is area under the curve, right? And for MFR it is your area of rectangle. That is your final जो भी रहेगा, your Xa, that is your MFR, and this is for your PFR, right? So for non-isothermal system also you can get same data. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, टेम्परेचर वेरी हो रहा है, still we are getting Xa versus 1 by minus Ra curve, right? And based on which we are calculating what is your volume of reactor that is required. समझे ये?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now if you go and find GATE 2016, so it is given, anyone is having this question with you, or at least your question book?
Yes, sir.
You are having reaction A gives B. This reaction was carried out in adiabatic CSTR at steady state. For order is equals to 1. Okay, and you are given one curve. यहाँ पे कर्व दिया है जहाँ पे it is Xa and temperature का बीच का है, ऐसा कुछ कर्व दिया है. ओके, and it is given you have pure A as a feed, Ca naught is equals to 5 moles per meter cube, Fa naught is equals to 100 ml, 100 mole per second, and your conversion is given as 0.8. So you need to calculate what is your volume in meter cube up to first decimal. And using energy balance, you got operating line का equation, that is T is equals to 350 plus 25 Xa. How will you calculate? 2 marks, please write. This kind of questions generally ask for 2 marks from non-adiabatic, or I'll say temperature effect portion. Any guess?
First, we'll find T and then minus RA and XA by R. It's for
So it is given for different rates, right? Please write here minus RA1, minus RA2, and kind of it. Okay. Now using this, you need to calculate what is your volume of reactor, that is your CSTR in meter cube. So your
So like
approach is here.
we'll draw the line according to the
Okay.
sequence
Yes. Then
and see the corresponding RA values. So like XA
okay.
values.
Yes. But here you are solving questions, and in practical life, suppose if you are not getting this kind of equation, then you go for your plotting, right? यहाँ पे क्या you have been given directly what is your equation. Okay, so हम इस equation का use करेंगे और you can plot, you will get one line here, some kind of this. Okay, यहाँ पे I'll write solution. What is given you? What is given? That is your conversion. Conversion दिया है. You get what is temperature at that conversion. What is temperature? Calculate.
So 370.
370, right? What you need to calculate? That is your volume. For CSTR, what is your formula? V divided by Fa naught is equals to Xa divided by minus Ra.
Exit.
Here it is at exit, right? अभी तुम्हें क्या निकालना है? Volume, right? You know what is Xa, you know what is your Fa naught, right? What you need to calculate? Minus Ra. Is there anything which is given to calculate minus Ra?
Graph.
Right, you have graph. So for this, I'll tell you, because I cannot draw graph here. So here you say you are having temperature. Please write down. You are having temperature this is 370, and for conversion 80%. So this is your minus Ra value, right? Minus Ra1. So minus Ra1 you are getting from graph, that you will get is, I guess it is 10. If you go and find out this question in 2016, you will be having value of rate, that is your 10 from the graph. Okay, now just your work is to find out what is your volume. The basic thing is what asked is whether you know what is operating line. Even the equation was given, so directly you can calculate your conversion. From conversion you can calculate your temperature, and for that temperature and that conversion you will get your rate. You substitute this rate here and you will get equation for V. Are you clear? Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And what is your value of volume then? It is
8.
8 meter cube, right? So this question was asked. Okay, now we'll solve for reversible reaction. For reversible reaction, okay, A gives B. This is forward, this is backward reaction. Assume homogeneous. Second is your elementary. Please write down what is your equation for minus Ra here and substitute in terms of your Arrhenius equation. It is temperature variation. So you will get equation as minus Ra is equals to K1 Ca minus K2 into Cb. This is K1 naught e to the power minus E1 divided by RT. Ca naught 1 minus of Xa, right? And this K2 means K2 naught e to the power minus E2 by RT. Then your Cb can be written as Cb naught plus Cb naught into Xb, right? Why it is plus sign? Because B is your product.
Product.
Okay. Now can I replace this by Ca naught into Xa?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Because of your reaction coordinate, right? That is same. Cb naught is 0 initially. So you are having this equation, right? This is your equation. Now I need to find out how your rate is varying with respect to temperature, right? Your d by dt of your minus Ra. Here you write T as capital T, that is your temperature. But for this you need to consider what? Can you differentiate this equation? But there is one limitation. Which one is that? Your conversion is also varying. So you keep conversion as constant. And now please find out what is derivative with respect to temperature. So you will get K1 naught e power x का क्या होता है? E power x, right? The coefficient of x रहता है, so you will be having minus e divided by r and t is there, so it is 1 upon t square. Okay. Similarly, you will get for this. Now, what is this? This is your K1. Here you will get K2 into minus E2 divided by R 1 upon T. Oh, sorry, there is one also term. One term is there. That is your Ca naught 1 minus of Xa, right here. And here you will be having T square Ca naught into Xa. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now please replace this K1, K2 is respectively. First time I have written this K1. You write K2 there. So these equations you are getting, right?
Sir, into e power minus C2 by RT.
Okay, here it is written, no?
Here, sir, in K2 term.
Yeah. So I have written directly. It is K.
Okay,
K2
okay.
is
Yes,
what?
sir. K2.
That is your
Yes, sir.
K2 naught into e to power that term. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
I have replaced that just by K1 and K2. Now please tell me what is your rate of forward reaction here? That is your K1Ca, and what is your rate of backward reaction? That is your K2 into Cb. So can you write your K1 term? I hope you are getting this equation. So this is your write in different color. So this is your K1 and this is your Ca, right? And second is your, this is K2 and this is your Cb, right? Initially it was like that only. So if you write, you will get equation like d by dt of minus Ra at constant conversion K1 Ca E1 divided by RT square minus K2 Cb E2 divided by RT square, right? This equation you will get. Just take out 1 by RT as common. So you will be having 1 by RT square out of bracket K1 Ca minus K2 Cb, and you will be having E1. Here it is E2. So this is your equation. So this is your backward rate, and you replace it as R2, you replace it R1. So you will be having 1 upon RT square E1 R1 minus E2 R2. Are you getting this? D by dt of minus Ra at fixed conversion. These are the steps, you don't need to remember this, right? This is just for concept clearing. For reversible reaction, you will get this kind of equation. Kaushik, Saikiran, Rutuja.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is your equation. Now please tell me what is your condition for endothermic and exothermic reaction. For endothermic reaction, I am writing first. Endothermic reaction, I'll ask some basics here. Exothermic reaction, right? We already studied this. एक्सोथर्मिक में एंडोथर्मिक में क्या होता है एंड एक्सोथर्मिक में प्लीज टेल मी अबाउट हीट. We should remove heat or we should add heat. Okay, in case of endothermic you need to
Add heat.
supply heat, right? You need to supply heat. And here what is your condition? You need to remove heat. Hope I am clear with this. Okay, now यहाँ पे I am increasing temperature and यहाँ पे I am increasing temperature. तो किस डायरेक्शन में रिएक्शन बढ़ेगी और वेदर आई विल गेट इंक्रीज इन कन्वर्शन और डिक्रीज इन कन्वर्शन. ऋतुजा, I need to supply heat here and I am increasing temperature. So what will be case there?
A reaction will shift in forward direction. Xa will
Right.
increase.
Okay, so your forward reaction rate will be higher. So forward rate of reaction will be higher than backward. So instead of writing this, I will write R1 greater than R2. एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन. एक्सोथर्मिक में क्या होगा? तुम्हें रिमूव करना है हीट एंड तुम सप्लाई कर रहे हो, राइट? तुम्हें हीट रिमूव करना है एंड यू आर सप्लाइंग हीट. So your reaction will not move in forward direction. So I'll write here rate of backward reaction is greater than rate of forward reaction. Are you clear? Now इसका कर्व कैसे था? एंडोथर्मिक राइट. ऐसा ही था. Now what is your E1 here? This is your E1. And what is your E2? This is your E2. ये वाला, right? Your delta HR reaction is positive which is equals to your energy of product minus energy of reactant is also equals to your E1 minus E2. Am I correct? What is E1 and E2 here? Kaushik, what is E1 and E2?
Activation energy.
Right, activation energy. Okay, यहाँ तक आ गए थे हम. Similarly, delta HR reaction for backward direct or I'll say for exothermic reaction, it is negative. Negatively क्या करना पड़ेगा हमें? It is energy of product minus energy of reactant, and you can clearly see energy of product here, energy of reactant here. Okay, so energy of reactant क्या है? कम है, so you will get negative answer. Second is based on your activation energy. This is your E1 and this is your E2. तो E1 minus E2 करोगे क्या आएगा? That is negative. So this was exothermic endothermic case. Now please apply this concept here. Equation 1. For endothermic reaction, please tell me whether my rate will increase with respect to temperature change or decrease. You have given conditions. E1 E2 दिया है, your rate is also given. So I'll write here d by dt of minus Ra at fixed conversion is positive or negative, and here also you tell me. I hope you are getting. Any doubt here? Still?
In first case, rate is increasing with temperature.
And it is positive. Okay. यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? In case of exothermic, Saikiran explain.
It will be negative.
Negative, because your E1, which one is greater? Your E2 is greater, E2 is greater, and here your R2 is greater. So you will be having. Now please tell me, for exothermic reaction, the condition is a bit different. यहाँ पे क्या था? Your in case of first, for E1 greater than E2, E1 is greater than E2, and your R1 is also greater than R2. Right, Rituja, you said clearly, and that was correct. That your rate will increase with respect to temperature. That means your d by dt of minus Ra at fixed conversion is positive. This is correct. What about your exothermic case?
Rate will decrease with increasing temperature.
I guess we are missing one point. There are two conditions here. How? Here I'll draw. I hope you are clear with endothermic. Okay, so we'll see here for exothermic. You know what is here? Your E1 is less than E2, right? And exothermic reaction है, हम टेम्परेचर बढ़ा रहे हैं. तो मुझे बताओ, at low temperature, which will be more, E1 or E2, or which one will be favorable, R1 or R2? You know Arrhenius equation. low temperature. I told you in yesterday's class also, and in
Sir,
today's class.
at higher temperatures, E2 is favorable, means R2.
R2 is favorable, right? So R2 is favorable as compared to your R1. But at lower temperature, you know what is? Lower temperature mein your, or it is opposite. You can say, suppose high temperature hai, so your E2 will be active and your R2 will be greater than your R1. R2 is greater than R1. But at low temperature, this one will be there, right? Or I'll say E2 will be not that much dominating there. So rate of forward reaction is greater as compared to rate of backward reaction. Or I'll write R1 is greater than R2 initially. Okay, so you have two conditions here. First, up to certain conversion or up to certain temperature increase, you will be having curve that is increasing and then it is decreasing. So in case of exothermic reaction, you will be having curve like this. You may find this curve in your Octave-Levens scale, that is up to certain time or certain temperature. We will write here XA versus temperature. You will be having this kind of curve. You draw. This kind of curve, right? This kind of curve you will get. And this is for minus RA is equal to suppose 0.01. This will be your 0.1. This is your 1. This is your 10. This is your 100, and kind of, right? In case of endothermic reaction, what kind of curve you will get? You know this curve, that is variation of your temperature and minus RA. So you will get curve like positive. Always it is positive. So I will draw here. Please consider it is always increasing with respect to temperature. This kind of curve you will get. XA is equals to 1, the temperature, and this is your XA. Right? And यहाँ पे you can clearly see for a given value of XA, what you are observing? Your rate is increasing. So suppose this is minus RA is equals to your 0, this is 1, this is your 10, this is your 100. So here you can see it is increasing. And यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Initially it will increase up to certain temperature, because at low temperature your rate of forward reaction is more, and उसके बाद it will decrease. And one more curve is here. Which one is that? Can you guess? Have you drawn it earlier? For exothermic reaction in equilibrium case, which kind of curve you are getting? This kind of curve, right? Exothermic reaction के लिए we draw two curves. कैसे थे वो? One was like this and दूसरा was this. Which one was exothermic and which one was exothermic? Rutuja? I hope you are getting
The
now.
decreasing one was exothermic.
Right? For exothermic, if you increase temperature, your equilibrium conversion will decrease. X equilibrium will decrease. So this is for your exothermic and this is for your endothermic. Okay, so this is that curve. Okay, where इस curve पे क्या होता था? What was the condition here? What is your minus RA there? Net minus RA is for equilibrium case,
It was 0.
right? Because your consumption is equals to your production. That is rate of forward reaction is equals to your rate of backward reaction. It means your minus RA net is equals to 0. So this is your curve for minus RA equals 0, right? 0 था and it is C. यहाँ पे increase होते जा रहा है 1, 10, 100 kind of. And यहाँ पे भी तुम देखो this curve you are getting, ये endothermic वाला curve, this endothermic curve you are getting here, this minus RA is equal to 0. Are you getting? So this is your exothermic curve and this is your endothermic curve. So I'll write this is your whole curve, this is your temperature, this is your XC, we are having XA maximum, that is your 1, you are having this curve and you will be having this curve. This is for your exothermic reaction, this is for your endothermic reaction. Now next is your endothermic के लिए you will get different curves like this, endothermic, okay, and for exothermic you will be having this kind of curves. I hope I am clear. Right? So this is your minus RA is equals to 0, this curve, this particular curve, and this is also your minus RA is equals to 0. Please don't confuse, I have drawn these two graphs in same, this is not for the same reaction, right? One is for exothermic and one is for your endothermic. Better I'll write this blue color for endothermic, blue one is your endothermic and this black is your exothermic. Right? Are you guys clear with this?
Hello, sir.
What?
Sir, in endothermic also at low temperatures, E2 will be favor, na, sir? Backward reaction.
Endothermic reaction.
Sir, in endothermic at low temperatures.
Yes, it should be. But endothermic reaction में क्या होता है? You want continuous temperature to be at high. वहाँ पे हमें temperature निकालने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, right? Temperature हमें continuous supply करना है, and we are continuously supplying it. So your E2 will be more dominating at that case. It should be, but here we are getting as curve that is increasing. And ये केस में क्या हो रहा था? पहले your E1 will be more dominating, and then your E2 will dominate over it, and overall you will get this kind of curve. Your question was good, like हमें वैसा कर आना चाहिए था, but it is case for exothermic only. You are getting two cases. So how that curve look like? If you are assuming that if you are in case of endothermic reaction, if at lower temperature your E1 is E2 is dominating, you are saying, right? E2 is
Yes, sir.
dominating. Where is your E2? Okay, so E2 is your dominating one. And there is another reason. We can say कि yes, your what you said earlier is correct. कि योर वेरिएशन विल बी देयर एंड वहाँ पे कंडीशन आनी चाहिए. बट इफ यू लुक एट दिस इक्वेशन, व्हाट यू आर गेटिंग, दिस इक्वेशन 1, it is saying, and we have proved mathematically कि for your R1 greater than R2 and your E1 is greater than E2 in case of your endothermic reaction, clearly your curve will not decrease, right? But in case of exothermic reaction only, you are having two cases. You cannot calculate this using this equation also. जब तुम्हारा R2 is greater than R1 है and your E2 is greater, what, am I correct? Your R2 is greater and your E2 is greater. Are you getting it is continuously decreasing? R2 is greater, your E2 is greater. Yes, you are getting negative. Here also you are getting negative. So this must be case, okay? So I'll look for this and I'll convey you, okay? So we will discuss that in next class, okay? So till now, you please consider in case of endothermic, you are having a single case and you will be having two cases in exothermic reaction. It was written in your octave level speed, okay? I'll find what is your variation in case of endothermic reaction at low temperature, okay? Should I move?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was about your temperature variation. So what kind of curve you will get in that case? Initially it is backward reaction will be favored and then it is increasing to your highest value, that is your XA. Okay, so we'll write next topic, that is your standard heat of reaction, and from this also you will get your operating equation. So we are approaching to your operating equation. Please write your standard heat of reaction. Standard heat of reaction. Okay, standard heat of reaction at temperature 25 degrees Celsius and 1 atmosphere, right? What is your standard? That is. Now please tell what is your standard heat of reaction. Anyone knows? Definition.
So the amount of heat released when 1 mole of reactants are reacted stoichiometrically.
Okay, yeah. Stoichiometrically they are then reacted at standard state condition. That is your standard heat of reaction. So I can write here standard heat of reaction as delta HR reaction not delta HR or reaction or RXN you can write. It is at 25 degrees Celsius, or you can represent it as delta H reaction at 298 Kelvin. This is your representation. This is 298. Okay. Please write a definition. When reactant reacts at standard state, the enthalpy change is your standard heat of reaction. So enthalpy change when reactants react stoichiometrically at standard condition. That is your 25 degrees Celsius and 1 atmosphere. Now, what is your standard heat of formation? Second is heat of formation It is enthalpy change during formation of 1 mole of compound from its constituent element. Formation of 1 mole of compound or the product from its constituent element at standard state, and during this whatever enthalpy change is there, that is your heat of formation, standard heat of formation. I am representing standard heat of formation as delta HF naught. I hope you know what is your standard heat of reaction for pure element. Standard heat of reaction for pure element is
0.
right. What and all pure element you know?
Carbon,
Okay.
oxygen.
O2, N2.
Okay, which air is available in atmosphere or in our nature at whatever the state it is. Okay, if they are available in nature, we are considering it as 0. Okay, pure element is 0. Now suppose for a reaction AA plus BB giving you CC plus DD, what is your delta H reaction? Standard, it is your summation of nu I into delta HF I. This is a shortcut. You can write it as your C into your enthalpy change of C or enthalpy of formation of C plus D. Can you write? Delta HR reaction is equals to your C into your enthalpy of formation of C plus D into your enthalpy of formation of D minus A into your enthalpy of formation of A plus your B into enthalpy of formation of B. Right? From this you can compare what is your nu I. Nu I is your stoichiometric coefficient, that is your positive for product, negative for reactant, and 0 for inert, right? And you know this delta HF naught is your enthalpy of formation of that particular product. Can anybody guess why it is product minus reactant only and not it is reactant minus product? Any point?
Sir,
Right,
like
Kiran?
products are
Okay.
the things that are newly formed, right?
Yes, correct.
So we take out the energy that is required for reactants from the energy that are for products.
Okay, yes. So you can write it in terms of that, or I'll say here, whenever you are writing your reaction, right? So this is enthalpy of reaction, right? Enthalpy of reaction can be calculated using what and all component or what and all compounds that are taking part into your reaction, right? So depends on your compounds which are taking part, right? Reactants or product taking part there. Okay, and हमें पता है, suppose if I am writing the Cu any component, suppose CO2. So in a reaction, suppose there is a methane plus oxygen, it is giving you some CO2 plus water is there, right? This is your reaction बट ये रिएक्शन का डेटा लिखने के लिए मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? हाउ विल आई स्टार्ट? आई विल फर्स्ट राइट formation of CH4. So I'll get enthalpy of formation of CH4. Second is your enthalpy of formation of your oxygen. It is 0, but I'm telling you it is enthalpy of formation of that compound. Then you will form CO2. You will form H2O from its constituent element, right? Enthalpy of formation, right? सही है? Am I correct? H2O सबको तो मैंने लिख दिया. This is enthalpy of formation of all these compounds. But मुझे बताओ CH4 CO2 is on your product side. It is here on product side. H2 is also on product side, right? So ये तो positive रहेंगे because we want this component to be there on product side and यहाँ पे भी product side पे है. But in case of reactant क्या चाहिए? Should this reactant on this side? Should I keep it here or should I move it on reactant side? In this case it is reactant, right? CH4 and oxygen are reactants here, and in this equation, in enthalpy of formation equation, where are they available? Are they on product side or reactant side?
Product side.
Product side. So we need to shift them
To reactants.
to reactant side. So क्या हो जाएगा? This values will be negative, and that's why you are writing your equation as this is product minus your reactant, right? Product minus reactant, and I have pointed out here. You can write it as summation of is your summation of nu I into delta H of I. Okay, so this is your equation. This question was asked to me in interview personally at IIT Bombay. Then standard enthalpy of combustion. Standard enthalpy of combustion. You know what is the definition? That is your when 1 mole of fuel or any burning substance, 1 mole of fuel is completely burned in excess of air, right? Excess of air. And what are all enthalpy change associated with this? That is your enthalpy of combustion. Now, whenever I am writing this enthalpy of combustion, that is your delta H C naught, I'll write as summation of nu I into HF I, but this is your negative sign here. This is with negative sign. Now can you guess why I wrote negative sign? Why I have written?
So 1 mole of fuel means fuel is the reactant mass.
Yeah, fuel is your reactant. So your fuel should be on your reactant side, okay? And whenever you are writing combustion, see combustion में क्या होगा? Your fuel is on reactant side and वो reactant ही रहेगा. So it should be on the same side. ये जो concept हमने पहले इसमें लगाया है, same we will use here. क्या आ जाएगा फिर? Anyone? CH4 plus is giving you CO2 plus H2. We'll write. So whenever you are writing combustion, so you will write for what? You will write delta Hc combustion of all. Combustion of this, combustion of this, combustion of this, and all. तो ये क्या रहेंगे, ऑल विल बी ऑन रिएक्टेंट साइड, राइट. एंथैल्पी ऑफ कंबशन ऑफ सपोज CH4 को बर्न करेंगे अपन, then we'll burn oxygen, then we'll burn CO2. Just I'm telling example here, and then you will burn H2O. You will be having all this, right. And the enthalpy of combustion तुम्हारा this, यहाँ पे तो मैंने combustion किया है, so ये reactant side में है, oxygen है, and this should be on reactant. So reactants are positive, right, and I need to shift this product to other side, and that's why it is reactant minus product. It is reactant minus the product, and that's why I'm writing here it is delta Hc naught is equals to your minus of summation mu I into HFI. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then, so this was basic only. This kind of questions ask for 1 mark in your, like, questions based on this topic, not this kind of this kind of question will ask in interview, but in GATE exam, combustion, what is your combustion का equation you must know, and उसके basis पे they will give formation value for your reactants and your product, and you do subtract and calculate what is your delta HF reaction and all. तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन भी पूछे जाते हैं. Now जो मैंने इक्वेशन राइट डाउन किया था, कौन सा था वो, दिस योर इक्वेशन, दिस what will be your delta HR reaction per mole of your limiting reactant A. Suppose A is your limiting reactant, then you will take out A as common, right, per mole of A. So you will write delta HR reaction standard per mole of A. So you take out common from all, so you will get per mole A. Then next part is your heat of reaction at different temperature. Heat of reaction at different temperature. First I have studied this. Delta H reaction at temperature is equals to delta H reaction at your standard or your reference temperature plus your integration from TR to that particular temperature, delta Cp bar dt. Have you studied this? Cp is your specific capacity at constant pressure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what is your delta Cp? That is your Cp ka difference, right? It is same as your what we wrote is enthalpy of reaction. It is your summation mu I Cpi bar. Mu I Cpi bar, right? Please write down for reaction A plus B giving you C plus D. Your Cpi is your Cpa mean, Cpb mean, Cp C mean, and your Cpd mean. These are Cp values. Right? And if here this delta Cp is not function of temperature, then it will come out of integration, right? So you will get delta H reaction at particular temperature is delta H reaction at room temperature or your reference temperature, and then it is delta Cp bar into your T minus T reference. I hope you are getting this. Are you guys getting this? If Cp is not function of temperature, and tell case when Cp is your function of temperature later, right? Just for now you consider this only. Right? Would I move?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you have one question that was asked in GATE. Calculate heat of reaction for synthesis of ammonia from your hydrogen and nitrogen at 150, and it is written in kilocalorie per mole nitrogen reacted. This is nitrogen, and it is also written Cp is independent of your temperature variation, right? Over this temperature range or any temperature range, 25 degrees Celsius to 150 degrees Celsius, it is not varying. Your reaction is N2 plus thrice H2 gives you twice NH3. Cp values are given. Cp mean for nitrogen is 6.992 calorie per mole hydrogen per Kelvin. Similarly, this Cp is 6.988 and here Cp is 8.92. These three values are given. You have to find out heat of reaction at 150, and it is given heat of reaction or heat of formation of ammonia is your minus 11020 calorie per mole N2 reacted. What will be your approach? Have you written the question? Run it, Psychiran.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll tell you one concept here. Suppose this is your reaction, and whenever I'm writing delta HR reaction, okay, delta HR reaction, suppose it is 500 kilocalorie per mole. Okay, so it is what, if it is written, then it is what, I'll tell, 500 kilocalorie per mole nitrogen reacted. This per mole is your per mole nitrogen reacted, which is equals to your 500 kilocalorie per 3 mole hydrogen reacted. It is also equals to 500 kilocalorie per what, 2 mole NH3 form. This means, this mole means what, right? This is your standard. Now what will be my approach? I'll solve. What was your formula for delta H reaction? Right? Can you calculate delta Cp here? Delta Cp. How can you calculate delta Cp? Summation mu I Cpi.
CPI.
Okay, you can calculate this. Now it is written your delta Cp or your Cp is independent of temperature. Cp is independent, that means your delta Cp is also independent. So it is not in integration, it will come out of this integration, right? So you will calculate this value, and what is your equation? Delta H naught T reference T. Okay, so integration will not be there, and you will be having delta Cp mean what is your temperature, that is your 150. This is your temperature reference, that is your, at what temperature your enthalpy is given, this standard it is given, so it is 25 degrees Celsius, right? So this is your Tr, that is your 25 degrees Celsius, and this will be also at 25 degrees Celsius. Now what is your value of delta Hr then? Please keep in mind this and then tell the answer. It is written per mole into reacted.
Minus 11,230.83.
Okay. So I think you have not considered this. So it is written, it is per mole your N2 reacted, right? The value which is given, that is your per mole N2 reacted. And per mole of N2 reacted, how many moles of ammonia is forming? 2, right? So you need to multiply this by 2. In case of ammonia it is written. So we will be having 2 times of this value. Should I multiply or not?
No need, sir.
Hmm?
Sir, because in question also they are asked in mole per N2 only, sir.
Yes, it is asking, they are asking per mole N2 reacted. So per mole of N2 reacted, you will be having 2 mole of NH2 form, right? So it is 2 times of this. So you will be getting delta H reaction is equals to 2 times here what? Minus 11,000 something is there. 11,020 plus your Cp is this and this is your 125, right? So this is your final answer, that is your 23.3056 kilocalorie or calorie? Calorie. Per mole into reacted, right? Are you clear with this? Okay. Right, Kiran?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Right. In case if you have any doubt, please contact me or please tell me on group or you can call me. Okay. Please don't keep your doubts with you only, right? That is my sincere request here. We'll try to find out solution if there is any, right? Okay. So with this, I'll stop here. Thank you very much for connecting. Have a good day. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.